It's all about house and home. Yeah, yeah. We care about improving lifestyle. It's all about the betterment for your life with house and home. Yeah, it's all about the betterment for your life with house and home.
Coming up tonight on House and Home, we begin with home cosmetics with Aikeya Parkop, showing us tips on how you can do your own makeup. Brian Bell showcases a variety of seeds and garden tools. Godfreeman joins us again for some latest headlines on technology. On home habits, Tinzey demonstrates how to sew a drawstring bag. Good evening, all you lovely viewers out there, and welcome to another episode of House and Home. I'm your host, Teresa Miria, always delighted to have your company. Now, we have been experiencing a lot of rainfall lately, and I'm hoping that we get more in the coming months. Hopefully. All right, we have a great lineup tonight, so without further ado, here's Home Cosmetics with Aikeya Parkop, showing us some simple tips on how to do your own makeup. Hi everyone, this is Home Cosmetics on House and Home. Now I have my friend Aikeya with me tonight, and she will be showing you some simple tips on how to do your makeup. So let's get started.
Before applying makeup, it's important to add primer so that it allows the foundation to go on smoother and last longer. There are different types of scented primers, however, I'm using the odorless one. Applying foundation. Getting straight into it with foundation, I'm going to apply the foundation to my brush and then add it to the face. In doing this, we allow the brush to even out the foundation well around our face. Especially with this brush, it removes all the excessive liquid foundation. Highlighting. After we're taking our concealer and highlighting under the eyes, creating an upside down triangle and then filling it in, then on the forehead, on the nose, highlighting the areas we want to be more outstanding. We'll be using this foundation stick to contour our face. Make sure it's darker than the foundation you used in step 1 of this tutorial. We'll be drawing a line from the corner of our face. Make sure it's in line with the top of your earlobe and then all the way in. And then contouring around our face. I'm going to take my blending brush and begin blending the concealer under the eyes. Make sure to get right under the eyes so we make those eye bags disappear. Blending on the forehead and then under the lip and above the lip. Once completed, begin blending the contour lines. Setting highlights. I'm going to take this banana powder and set the concealer that I have applied. When we set our makeup, it makes the makeup last longer and also makes it smooth and not too shiny and wet. Ladies, we want our makeup to look very natural. Setting contour. While waiting for the powder to set, we're going to apply this Nude by Nature powder under the contour lines. Remember to always tap the excess powder off. we're going to go through our face with a bigger brush to remove all the excess powder. It's important to add glow to help define your face, so we're going to apply the glow where we have applied the Nude by Nature foundation. You can also add it over your contour lines. That is totally optional. I have chosen to do that for this tutorial. I've also decided to add some more glow over the cheekbones. Once again, this is optional, and you just end off with some lipstick and you're good to go. Now for the blush. I decided to use the lightest shade in this palette. That's just because I want this look to look very casual and not too dramatic. However, you can choose whatever blush you like. Just remember not to add too much, because with makeup, less is always enough.
And there you have it. That was Aikeya showing us some simple tips on how to make your own makeup. Don't I just look beautiful? Thank you so much, Aikeya.
No worries.
Anyways, don't forget to join us next time for more tips right here on Home Cosmetics with Haus and Home. Goodbye. That was Home Cosmetics on how to do your own makeup. Good job, Aikeya. Thank you so much. Viewers, if you're interested to know more about the tips, Aikeya is always here with us, so please feel free to call us on 325-7322 or send an email to houseandhome@emtv.com.pg. Shopping with Brian Bell is up next, so stay tuned.
It's all about House and Home.
Welcome back. Now, Papua New Guinea is a very unique country with fertile soil, and the largest number of our people survive on gardening. This week's edition on Shopping with Brian Bell, we explore the variety of seeds and garden tools available at the Home Center, so have a look.
Welcome to Shopping with Brian Bell. I'm Gawi, your host. In this segment, we'll take a look at some of the seeds and gardening tools we have available in Brian Bell. It's that time of the year again when there's a lot of rain. And like all Papua New Guineans, Brian Bell knows that time to rain and time to garden. So, let's go take a look.
Gardening is a massive part of our cultures and identity in all provinces in PNG. It's common amongst all regions in PNG, from the highlands to the islands. And Brian Bell has always been associated with the agriculture industry in PNG, providing many great quality gardening tools and gardening accessories for many years. Amongst this range is our seeds that we stock and sell, from seeds for veggies like broccoli and cauliflower to herbs and flower seeds.
Yes, Brian Bell sells a lot of seeds, like seeds for corn, seeds for cabbages, and seeds for onions. But we also sell herb seeds and flower seeds. You need a hobby outside of your regular day job, and a great way is to get out and interact with your environment. This is one way where you can plant herb seeds or flower seeds to beautify your yard. Watching them grow is also fulfilling in itself.
Gardening is also a great stress relief tool. The benefits of gardening towards stress relief is the exposure to sunlight, which increases serotonin. Now, serotonin is responsible for keeping your brain balanced and makes us feel good. You're also exposed to a lot of fresh air, which promotes a sense of well-being and good mental focus. Also, seeing your flowers blossom is part of that fulfilling cycle of gardening, and it's something to be proud of.
Plant seeds like lavender are perfect for you to grow in your yard. Imagine coming home after a long day and then smelling the sweet scent. It helps you relax and reduces stress. And as for herbs, well, you can grow them in your yard and it can help you prepare your next meal. A leg of lamb seasoned with some rosemary is absolutely perfect to enjoy. And what's better is that it's prepared in your backyard.
While on the topic of gardening, we stock and sell great quality pots for plants and seedling trays that will help you, the gardener. Pots are also good to keep your plants in, especially if you live in smaller apartments or units. This allows for some greenery around your living space and also gives you the option of keeping your herbs like thyme, dill and coriander in the kitchen ready to prepare your next meal. There is a great range of sizes for all plants and a variety of styles and colors to suit your preference.
Now you'll need proper gardening tools when it comes to organizing your garden or your pot plants better. And you and I both know that Brian Bell has the best range available here. With our ever-trusted Tramontina brand, these gardening tools are perfect for the large-scale gardening or your small domestic gardening. Like this small set of shovels and forks, which is absolutely perfect to weed and transfer plants from seedling trays to pot plants.
We have an extensive range of handy gardening tools that can assist you in the garden, like pruners, hedge trimmers and heavy-duty gloves fit to hold thorn bushes like bougainvillea bushes. There are also fertilizers and insecticides that will keep insects away from your plants and let them grow and blossom.
And if you need something a little bit bigger to dig a bigger hole, then we have the best range of shovels that you can choose from, available from our range of Tramontina shovels. These include
the round point shovel for digging, which also comes with a longer wooden handle. A square point shovel for transferring material like cement, gravel, or dirt while digging holes. A drain spade for trenching like partitioning or separating garden rows. Transplanting shovel, which is your typical or common garden shovel.
all these shovels are equipped with a D-shaped handle, giving you proper wrist support while you're digging and shoveling and transferring material. Can you dig it?
To accompany our Tramontina shovels, we have Tramontina forks that are a must-have when it comes to gardening. This is quality and guaranteed to last. You don't want to get something that'll break after using it only a couple of times. You need quality for a good price, and that is exactly what this product is. A quality garden tool.
I know you've seen in this segment that Brian Bell has the best range of seeds and garden tools available. When it comes to seeds, you know where to find it. Here at Brian Bell, we have the best food crop seeds, flower seeds and herb seeds available. These are absolutely perfect. If you're looking for a hobby, come on and check out the range and get to planting. Make use of this rainy season. And also, our garden tools are perfect. Whether it's a small plot of land or a big plot of land, backyard or acres of land, we have the best range of tools available. Come on in and check it out for yourself again. And always remember, great service, quality products and great value. That's Brian Bell. Until our next time together, goodbye and God bless.
That was Shopping with Brian Bell with Leon, featuring a wide range of seeds and garden tools that you can find available on the shelves at Brian Bell Home Center. I wonder what Brian Bell is featuring next week. I'm sure they have another product set to showcase. Now we take a quick breather, but please don't leave that seat as we have Godfreeman on Tek Pipol for some latest headlines on technology.
It's all about House and Home.
Welcome back to the show. Now we have Godfreeman on Tek Pipol for some latest tech news and yes, more information on the Toro Gaming Tournament.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Tech News for Tuesday, the 24th of January, bringing you the headlines from around the world from everything to do with technology. Now for our first story of the evening. Yahoo is changing its name. The technology company, most notably used by people born in the late 80s and early 90s, has sold its core internet business to Verizon Communications for $4.8 million. Having the company's primary assets stripped off and sold to Verizon, the shell of what Yahoo is now pretty much all that remains. However, the branding now also belongs to Verizon. And with all that's left, how very little that may be, the former shell of Yahoo has been forced to change its name to Altaba. As to why the particular name was chosen, this is because of the Chinese e-commerce group Alibaba buying stock within Yahoo and ergo change its name to Altaba, which is a name that hopefully we may never hear again. On to more exciting news. Samsung is back with us again, but this time they're explaining themselves. Literally. As you may remember, last year, upon the release of Samsung's Galaxy Note 7 mobile devices, these devices subsequently and immediately began exploding, literally across the world. Samsung then recalled these devices and lost way more than just money, the world's trust in them. Samsung was then expected to reveal these findings to the public out before 2016, but they didn't, raising concerns and distrust even more from the world. However, Samsung have launched a full investigation into these explosive Note 7 devices to find out what exactly made them burst into flames. These findings of the investigation are set to be released to the public later this evening. But from what we can gather here, the mobile company will blame these explosions on the size of the batteries of the devices, claiming that these batteries didn't fit properly into the device, which caused it to overheat and then explode. In all seriousness, however, Samsung has lost a lot of its consumer trust and has to be careful in how it goes about explaining itself with these devices. But in lighter news, Toro Gaming is back again with another epic tournament. The gaming community will hold its first tournament of 2017 of FIFA 17, a 2v2 tournament, this Saturday, the 28th of January, with a grand prize of 1,500 kina going to the winning team. The tournament also marks Toro Gaming Shop's grand opening at the Locale Complex Pacific Palms compound in Waigani. Registration from the tournament will take place on the day itself, going at 100 kina per participant, and spectators being completely free. So, to anyone interested in gaming, FIFA, strong communities, and meeting great people, come on down, have a go, or just watch. It's always a great experience. And that concludes today's headlines. For more news from Tek Pipol, keep watching House and Home. I'll see you all next time.
That was Godfreeman on Tek Pipol with some latest tech news. For more information about the Toro Gaming Tournament, do check out our Facebook page. Home Habits is up next, so stay watching.
It's all about House and Home.
Welcome back. You're watching House and Home if you've just joined us. For what you're about to watch on Home Habits is more like a gift set, but then it has strings that tightens or closes on opening, more like pulling strings on both ends. We have Tinzey to help us out with this project. Over to you, Tinzey.
Thank you, Trish! Good night through Ogata viewers. Thank you lo stop one time lo home habits. Tonight, by me showing you how lo make him one bag. This la bag am all white man call him sling bag or sports bag or drawstring bag. So you know about the talk plenty. Let's get straight into it. So basically the materials you'll be needing are, you're going to need 2 sets of t-shirts. Now I have 2 shirts. One is a plain matching fabric that will go with this t-shirt. It's actually plain, it's black, because it will match the wording here. Now on this, the second t-shirt I have a shirt that has words on it. I usually don't like plain t-shirts because if I were to sew a bag like for a plain t-shirt, it's going to look really plain. So I am going to go for weddings. Now the second thing you'll be needing is you're going to need tacking pins. I have here some tacking pins here. You're also going to need a ruler. Yes. And I have 2 sets of scissors I'm going to be using. One is for the fabric, one is for the thread. You're also going to need a chalk, but if you don't have a chalk, you can use biros. I like to improvise a lot, so biros or pencils. And last and final, you're going to need a string cording. It's actually 2 yards. You can get it at shops near you, fabric store or retailers. Oh, and I almost forgot, you're also going to need a sewing machine to sew your bag. But if you don't have a sewing machine at home, you can hand sew your bag. There are different types of stitches you can use. I'm not going to name them. I'm going to show you some pictures that you can choose from it and sew your bag. Now, without further ado, let's get started. Our first step is to cut out the front and back part of your t-shirt into a rectangular pieces of fabric. And so I'm going to use my fabric chalk and my ruler to measure and cut. Now my fabric turns out to be 12 inches wide and 15 inches long, but you can adjust your measurement if you want. Moving on to step 2, add in your matching fabric to your t-shirt panels and cut your fabric into the same width as your shirt pieces. Make sure to cut the length as 6 inches. Place your fabric face down onto your t-shirt and sew them together, and repeat the same step on the other side. Step 3. We are going to create string tunnel. Once your fabric is done, it's time to create and sew the string tunnel. Now on your matching fabric, measure 2 by 1/2 inches and make a line cut using a scissors. Fold this piece of fabric and sew it together. And repeat the same process in the other side so that your fabric matches. Once you're done, fold down the top of your fabric so that it lines up with the cut you've made and sew it together. And remember, you have one more to go. Yay, we get to do it again. Step number 4, we are going to connect shirt pieces together. Now place the front and back side together and sew. Once you get to the end of your shirt, make sure to leave an inch free. This is where your string is going to come in later. After it's done, go ahead and repeat the same process on the other side. Now you can look in what's misumapim 2 plus sides are their penis. So the next thing we're going to do is by misumapim underneath part there. So you can fold it twice, like this one and the other one at the back, and you can sew it together. Or you can do like I usually do, misa folding one, osakain, misa folding another again, osakain, na misa sumapim. Finally, run your sewing machine from the bottom edge of your t-shirt from one end to the other. Now we've sewn the bottom part already, and as you can see, I still have the openings from each end for my strings. It's just right here. Okay, 1 and 2. There we go. And yay! All the hard work is done. Okay, finally we're done with all the sewing. Everything is done, and I've sewn the bottom part. The only thing that is left to do is to cut our strings in and out. So as you can see, I still leave the openings. I left the openings for our string, our drawstring. So it's just right here. As you can see, it's there. So this is my string. It's actually 2 yards, and we're going to cut it in half. So I'm just going to fold it like this, and here, all the way here. So I'm going to cut it right here. So I have 2 ends. So just like this. There we go. So I'm gonna cut it right here. Okay. Ta-da. So what we're going to do is we're going to cord it into our tunnel from here all the way here, and then from there we're going to cord it back in from the other tunnel, other side all the way here. So I'm gonna start doing that. If you have safety pins, you can use that, but I don't have any safety pins with me, so I'm just gonna improvise. Okay, as you can see, I've already connected the string into the tunnel all the way to the bottom where the opening is. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to sew this part together. So I'm just going to place it onto my sewing machine right here, and we're going to sew. Okay, for the leftover string, we're going to tie a knot over, under. Let's call it over, under knot. Just tie a knot like that. Do the same for the other side, the other one. And oh, okay, there we go. We're going to use the scissors and we're going to cut this part out, just this, because it's too long. And we're going to use a lighter. If you don't have a lighter, you can use a candle for safety. So I'm just gonna do that right now, just so it will hold my strings together. There we go. Okay, for this one, do the same. Okay. Go. And we're done. So I'm gonna flip it inside out. So we're going to see how it looks on the outside. Okay, just like this, lightly, and there we go. This is how your drawstring bag will look like. Ta-da! And that's all we have for you on Home Habits. Thank you, Trish, for having me on the show. Goodbye.
Thanks, Tinzey. And that is how you can practically make your own drawstring bag. Just a matter of recycling and transforming an old t-shirt with your favorite quote on it. When we come back after the break, both Isabel and I will join you on Kolos Yu Werim, so stay watching.
It's all about house and home.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Here now is another tip on how you can transform an old jeans into a jogger pants. Enjoy.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Kolos Yu Werim. My name is Isabel Druma, and with me on tonight's show is Teresa Miria. We're going to be showing you some young and fresh ways on how you can evaluate some of your old pair of jeans that you have tucked away at the back of your wardrobe. So let's get started. Can you see Teresa's mouth? Okay, so what you want to do is fold your jeans equally in half. Now grab your scissors and you're gonna cut depending on what you want your jogger to end. If you want it at knee length, cuff length, or ankle length. I'm going for more of an ankle length, so I'm just gonna cut it there. Alright, now just set aside your jeans for the moment and keep your offcuts. We're gonna work on your offcuts first. Now you set your jeans aside and we're just gonna work on the offcuts. So with your offcuts, you want to cut off the edges of your offcuts. Now before you put your elastic down, measure your elastic by wrapping it around your ankle like so. With your elastic, measure your ankle or your cuff and snip off your measurements. Now with your elastic, just place it over your offcut, about a distance away from your midsection, so slightly away from your middle. So you're gonna sew it first onto the cutoff. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so once you place your elastic onto your offcuts, you should end up with something like this. Make sure to stretch it as you're sewing it on, so it folds up like that. So you'll notice you have excess on the edges of your offcuts. So you just want to cut that off to make everything neat and tidy. And you should have something like this. And now we're just going to fold one edge over the elastic. This will give it that nice jogger effect to your jeans. Yep, and then we're going to sew the edges to each other like so. So we're going to fold one edge over the elastic and then we're just going to sew it together. Once you've folded and sewn the edge, you should end up with something like this. So to get your jogger look, you would have to get the edges and sew them together all the way around. And And don't forget to sew the ends together so you can get a nice finish. Well, there you have it. These are some nice looking pair of jeans. Now I don't have to worry about the flaps at the end. Thank you, Teresa, for sewing this for me. And I'm just gonna go and strut it out in the hallway. But that's all the time we have for on Kolos Yu Werim. Join us again next time. Bye for now.
That was Kolos Yu Werim on how to transform an old jeans into a jogger pants. Very simple. If you're sick and tired of wearing the same old jeans, you can apply this method. When we come back after the break, we join Mr. Bebe from the Port Moresby Nature Park on gardening and kids for conservation.
It's all about house and home. Yeah.
Welcome back. If you're still in front of your screen watching this program, thank you so much. Well, we still have our final edition in this episode to bring to you, and that is gardening with the Port Moresby Nature Park. Enjoy.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another amazing segment of gardening. We're down here at Nature Park and it's a special day. It's Kids for Conservation Day. So we'll be checking out how important conservation is, as well as talking to some of the park rangers on how we can appreciate and maintain the nature around us. So let's go check it out. Environmental conservation is very important in many reasons, including protecting the ozone layer, maintaining wildlife and human food chains, preserving potable water, and making efficient use of non-renewable resources. So why is conservation important to the environment?
Jumi salukate wara bus wante animals na tu salukate miyam tasal.
Conservation is, in its simplest term, can be defined as we protect animals and plants from being abused and harmed, and there's some left in the future for our next generation to use. So it's very important in an era where Papua New Guinea is facing, we're going through this modernization and we're still embracing our traditional cultures and tradition. So I believe it's very important that today in a city like Port Moresby here, it's good that we have this culture of conservation in the homes, that the students can learn about it, and then they can also participate and they will learn from it. So you can do everything about conservation. Yeah, in the long run, we are here at Port Moresby Nature Park. We are looking at, we have this KFC program now running here at Port Moresby Nature Park, where we're trying to, it's an activity based where we try to give the students a hands-on activity. All activity is based around conservation, so when they participate in an outdoor activity, it especially enables their academic results. It also increases their academic results when they are outdoor, and also it helps them to connect to the natural environment that we have, especially plants and animals, and it inspire and foster this relationship of them to the plants and animals that we have. So it's a good program for the kids that they come out outdoor and then they participate in these activities and then they help in conservation.
And here are some more basic tips on conservation around your backyard. Number 1, plant more plants, especially trees. Number 2, water your plants. It's no good having thirsty plants. Number 3, don't litter. Number 4, create a fertilizer using stuff like food scraps. Number 5, recycle, reuse, and reduce, the 3 amazing R's. And number 6, educate others on the importance of protecting the environment and respect it. It starts all with you. Well, there you have it. Conservation, a major part in the way we live. That's all the time we have. Thank you for joining me. You all have a pleasant week. Goodbye.
And that's all we have for you on this program. I hope you've enjoyed watching this episode. Should you have any queries or comments regarding the features in this episode, do not hesitate to get in touch with the House and Home team on the email address now showing on your screen. Also, check out our Facebook page for updates and let us know what you think about the show and what you'd like to see more of in the coming episodes. If you have missed out on the previous edition, please visit EMTV Online to catch up. Until the next time, I'm Teresa Miria, and on behalf of the House and Home team, pleasant viewing, stay safe, and enjoy the rest of the week. Goodbye.
It's all about the better man for your life.